Hello my lovelies and welcome back. Today I wanted to talk to you about the library and some things that Troy and I like to do at the library that helps us live our frugal lifestyle and we're still able to do a lot of fun things on a budget. So at my library specifically, they do have the opportunity to rent video games. Troy has recently been into quite a few PlayStation racing games and he likes to play with those for a couple weeks. Then he gets tired of them and wants a new one. So the library is a great place for me to be able to rent out a video game that he wants and then take it back and get him another one. So you can rent a lot more than just books. There's also a lot of wonderful things on Blu-ray and DVD there as well if you're a bit more old-fashioned like me. I also don't do the app Audible. I know a lot of people do like the app Audible, but my library offers its own Audible type of app that I can check out audiobooks for free. So that's another amazing way that you can just be saving money by utilizing the library. Another thing that they have is educational opportunities. There is plenty of GED classes and also a lot of things for different cultures. If you want to go learn another language, a lot of times the library will have classes for different language. It could be English, Spanish, French. It's just a great place to go for resources. If you are looking into things like needing to go to a food bank or needing charitable services, the library is a great place to help you utilize where to find those. Also, most libraries do things like notary and passports. So you should always Google your library's services that they offer to you. And if they are missing a service, it's a great idea to contact them and ask them why they may not be providing that service or if they could provide that service in the future. I know in the state of Arizona, at my local library, we do have what's called an Act 1 pass. It's a wonderful pass that allows you to get into different museums and educational buildings for free. It's typically with 2 passes, but for example, in northern Arizona, the Lowell Observatory is where they first discovered Pluto, and if you can access that Act 1 pass through your library, you can get in for 2 passes for free, which is really nice because if you don't have that Act 1 pass, it can get pretty expensive. But it's not just that place that it can give you an opportunity to visit. There's a full-blown list of things that you can do with that, and it can also give you the opportunity to take your kids or yourself somewhere without having to pay. There is many other things that the library has to offer. I know especially when Troy was little, there was a lot of events for children and adults. There's things like sewing classes that you can take. There's also financial education classes that you can take at the library, but specifically when Troy was a lot younger, we would go to their reading circles and they would bring in the coolest instruments that they would allow the kids to play around with and make music. Some of these instruments probably cost thousands of dollars. I'd never be able to have him learn how to play, but since we were at the library and there was kind enough people to take aside their time and share their instruments with everyone, we were able to benefit from that experience. It was amazing. I don't specifically have this at my local library, but there are states that have a library of things. And it's such a wonderful idea and concept, and I want to get my local library on this. But it's called a Library of Things. And basically, if you need to rent a sewing machine for 2 weeks, if you want to rent a snow cone machine for 2 weeks, a lawnmower, you want to learn a new skill, it's people donating their stuff. Of course, my SD card ran out of room on me, but basically a Library of Things is something that you're able to check out just like a book, just like a game, and you're able to play with that item for a couple weeks and return it. So I think that if a lot more people knew about a Library of Things, there would be more opportunities and it would be more readily available to society. So it never hurts to put that out there as well. But what is something that your guys' local library has that mine may not have? I would love to hear what you have in the comments. And if you guys ever have any frugal tips that you wish to share, I would love you to be able to put your voice in the comments and we can all just help each other out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you were able to gain some wonderful information and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.